So I have this theory that recently came to me after, spending countless hours suffering over an obsessive thought that I believe to be true. So basically, life in general, it's an open ended, it's very open, right? You can use the word uncertain if you want. Uncertain, open, ambiguous, right? There's no clear path or way. But OCD is it's a coping mechanism that we somehow thought was helpful along the way. So it will provide you with a certain response, or what it wants you to believe is certain or true. And if you ever realize when OCD talks, it's very convincing. It's very harsh and rigid. It's a rule that it wants you to follow. So, I'll give you a perfect example. Someone doesn't text you back, right? That's basically open-ended. So OCD will come in and try to fill in that blank. And it'll come up with a story. So-and-so hates you. That's what happened. You did something to piss them off. But you don't ever stop to question it. You're just like, oh, this is so true. Yeah, that's it. What you don't realize is that OCD it's just trying to give you a response. It's just trying to give you an answer that it confabulated. But where you get into trouble is though when you don't see it as that. It's like you see it as believable. You see it because it's convincing. But my OCD was proved wrong. So I reached out to my friend who I haven't heard from 2 weeks. I'm like, hey, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, OCD wanted me to believe that she's rejecting me somehow, and I just don't know why, but she hates me, right? So I have a FaceTime call with her, and long story short, she's talking about how awesome I am and how she wants to invite me to a Halloween party. So after all that, it created this illusion in my mind, this idea of certainty, but it wasn't the truth. It wasn't reality. So when your OCD gives you these statements, if I don't do this, then this will happen. This really means this. Realize that it's just your OCD trying to come up with something to fill in the blank. But what you don't realize is the blank by itself is okay. We don't have answers to everything. And sometimes there's no answer required. We create our own problems. So next time you find yourself having these definitive thoughts, this means this. Take a step back and realize that this is just a coping mechanism that your brain has used to kind of try to help you feel safe. But it's also the reason why you're suffering, because it creates all these falsities. I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you soon.